here's the thing. A lot of times, like we think about just in-ring work and stuff like that. And if you really think about it, Sting didn't do a lot, right?
Right.
He sold. He had good fire, but he didn't have to do a lot.
Rewind, recap, relive for over 50 episodes. The revolutionary force in wrestling interview.
Chuck, there's one person in particular I wanted to ask you about in WCW. You just ran down a list of great names that you were around. This person is still going and just announced that they're going to retire soon, is Sting. And I'm wondering if you had any interactions with Sting while you were there. Any thoughts on Sting as like a locker room type leader back then?
Yeah, I didn't really hang out with Sting much. I mean, maybe just backstage or whatever, maybe hello and stuff. Sting, believe it or not, he's pretty quiet and to himself for the most part, or at least he was back then. I will say this: he was helpful. I remember when myself and the other, I call them the Thrillers, the guys from the power plant.
Yeah.
When we were doing certain things, he would definitely, chime in and try to give us advice. Sting's he's a very intelligent guy, obviously. Knew his character, never really swayed outside from his character. Didn't have to. It worked. Good worker. Yeah, I mean, Sting's just been. It was nice to see him and how, just like, because here's the thing. A lot of times, like we think about just in-ring work and stuff like that. And if you really think about it, Sting didn't do a lot, right?
Right.
He sold. He had good fire, but he didn't have to do a lot, and he had serious longevity, right? I mean, so those are the kind of things I kind of picked up from him, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, as far as interacting with him, not a lot. He was kind of to himself. But when he saw us out there training or in the ring before a show or something, and he thought there was something that he could help us with, he would definitely chime in. And he was very helpful. So, and he's always a nice guy. Class act. The way he carried himself. He's a professional.
Rewind, recap, relive for over 50 episodes. The revolutionary force in wrestling interview.